What up, though? Ledge here. Chill with me. Wake up. Wake up. Good morning, Battle Rap. Good morning, Battle Rap world. Back again. A lot of stuff on the docket today. Nothing more important really than the exclusive interview with my brother, man. It's been long overdue for a minute. It's been on hiatus. But the one and only Real Sick, as you can see, graces the cover and also get the exclusive interview. Just seeing what his mind frame been like since he's been kind of inactive since December. I know he had the one rounder, very dope one rounder versus JC. What was that, February on ban? But other than that, no three rounders this year, and you just jump into a tournament. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off a hiatus. So I've been seeing his name mentioned like, dang, where Real Sick at? I got a chance to chop it up with him, man. Pretty lengthy interview. So I hope you're here for the long haul. Also, To Live and Die in LA happened over the weekend. A big card main event with Rum Nitty versus Danny Myers in a rematch. I wasn't there, obviously. But if I'm not there, I try to give you some type of feel of what went down by having someone that was actually in the building, whether they're live recording from the building or they got home or got to a hotel and tell you what happened while they was there in attendance, right? So I got a really down to earth, wonderful supporter of mine. Her name is Marie. She got her socials. Follow her on her socials, please. And I think it's her Twitter account. So give her a follow. Support the women who support battle rap. It's rapidly growing and it's good to see. But there's a few that really are cut above the rest. And I'm not being biased. They just happen to support what I do. They just have the ones that are really of the elite level. They just happen to rock with me a little bit. Just a little bit. Just maybe. I'm sure there's some that don't know me that are elite level. But yeah, they don't count. They don't count. Can't count you. Can't count you. Can't do it. Can't win with them. Can't do it. So shout out to Marie. So we got that. What was that? What's the card? I don't even know what was that. To Live and Die in LA. We got a Real Sick interview. But first, I guess it kind of lost its luster a little bit, but we can still talk about it, right? Let's do that. Cortez versus Sue Surf. It's funny that his name is first. I don't know if that's alphabetical order, longer tenure. I don't know. Just funny seeing his name at top being that Sue Surf cares about all of this big stage, big card, name being first and all that, But it is what it is. It aired. It premiered on Caffeine. I threw a little watch party. It was a really good turnout too. Really good turnout. Salute to the people who showed up and stayed on my stream to watch it, as opposed to just going to the URL stream, which was right next to mine's. I don't know. Some infatuation with watching it with people that I guess I'm starting to get used to, because I never wanted to do it. To be honest with you, I was always like, don't y'all rather just watch for yourselves and make sure y'all don't miss anything? It's like, see what, all right. So, watched it. I was eating some chicken salad, too. I ain't gonna hold you. The battle came on, I was eating some chicken salad, but I was watching the battle. Again, this is one of those big prime examples of, I wouldn't say overhyped, but, people throw a little sauce on it. When you're in the building, I guess I don't know. I don't think I've ever done that. Like, I feel like that's an excuse. Like, oh, it's different when you're in the building. It is, but it isn't. It is in a sense where you appreciate the performance more than the actual lyrics that you hear. But it's never been that overwhelming for me to, like, throw extra hyperbole on a battle that wasn't that. Like, I might appreciate one's performance more. Like, in the building, the performance of that was a little crazier. But it might just be an isolated incident. It's never me. I don't think you'll ever see me say a battle was phenomenal. Oh my God, this was off the charts. And then watching on cam and be like, what was Ledge talking about? But, it's neither here nor there. Everybody got a different ear, got a different eye. Respect. Right? So the battle went down. The one thing did hold true. First round was really nothing to talk about to me. Watching it, I felt like Cortez biggest mistake was choosing to go first. Because if you look, when he went first, he came out with a 4 that was just, I don't know, man. You know what I was expecting? I'm going to be real with you. I I was expecting more personal, deliberate shots, more of just. It was just a lot of. It was gun talk, like Blaze the Fifth, da, da, da. And it's just like you could have just used them lines for anybody outside of the Sue flips and the wave flips. You ain't really dig deep and get at them to a point where I thought, oh, this means war. This is blood. You know what I'm saying? None of that. It just felt like a standard battle. You didn't put any more extra importance on this battle than you would have a random battle versus like I don't know, like a Mike P or whoever. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's my fault for putting that expectations on him. But when you're talking about a feud that's been well into 2 years, 10 years, and maybe more, you would think it would be some extra. I don't know, man. Did you think it'd be some extra salt there? You know what I mean? And so when his round was over, I'm like, these are some good lines, but these lines will hit harder maybe if it was against someone that we didn't have these expectations for. Sue goes, Surf, and I'm gonna be honest, he wasn't overly crazier to me up until he hit a point, he hit a sequence where he started bombing really hard, though. Like the whole the Spanish, the stroller, the little scheme he had before that. He started getting in his bag right around there. And from then on, he kind of just totally separated himself from Cortez to me in that round. I think that round is a clear win for Surf. As we get into the second round, Cortez is much better, much more performance bars, a little more updated with the punching he chose to use. He was rapping a little bit better, and yeah, that was a much better round from him. I just remember Core getting to his bag. The crowd seemed to enjoy his material a little bit more, which I mean, I guess, but it was, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the crowd unless I'm thinking something is dope, and then there's deadpan. But then in reverse, the crowd like I'm so opposite of what the crowd be into. Like it's baffling because some things I think is slick, and maybe because they're so suited. Because when you're in the building, everything is about the punch. You're there for that moment. Like the catching the stuff on the way takes like a really trained ear when you in the midst of people drinking and talking and smoking and there's noises from everywhere and you maybe can barely, you know what I'm saying? That takes a real, like, I'm trying to listen to every effing bar as my man's EF being them. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. So I thought he had a real complete good second round. I'm gonna be honest with Surf's round. Now Surf, I thought some of his he was scheming heavy. He was a lot of long drawn out schemes throughout the battle really. But some of them was nice and some of them wasn't. Um I thought his round was good and I thought he could have gained on Cortez. He jerseyed and said, I believe he said, I'll give you that one. You can have that one. Like kind of admittedly giving it a 1-1. It was like he self sabotaged that round. I don't know what the point. And he kind of does this too, because he did it against Reed, where he was like, "I'm done. I'm done with you. Like, I'm going to not complete this round to make this round closer, so it can be a debatable." Like, I don't know if he's. I don't know. He could be double. It's a reverse psychology of the reverse psychology. Like, I'm making you think I'm doing this for a different reason because maybe replay value is bigger than smoking someone because if you smoke someone, you don't get replay value. Or maybe I'm reaching. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not a. First of all, let me be clear. I don't have a favorite battle rapper. So if you come in here with that, oh, yo, he a fan of Cortez, or oh, he just gassing up Surf. I ain't got a favorite rapper. You know what my favorite battle rapper is? Me. You know who after that? After me? My wife. Those are my favorite battle rappers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are my favorite. But so anyway, I'm just saying I don't know what the deal was there because it don't seem like he just forgot his material. It just seemed like a abrupt stop to where he just felt like he didn't need to rap anymore. It was a very short round. I give it to Cortez. Cortez was complete. It was solid. It made sense. But here's the thing. He got this saying, we got something to speak about. Next round, we got something to speak about. Someone got something to speak about. Opens up, I think, is that the round he opens up when he says, watch this? Watch this. So you're building it up. Again, just some more amplified. I'm building up. Watch this. This round, we got something to speak about. And I just don't know what he was speaking about. Like, I don't know what the concentrated topic was for the whole battle. Like, excuse me, for that whole round. Like, I don't know what was the theme that in the lesson we was supposed to learn. Because he did it with Hollahan. He did it first round versus T-Top. There was a method there. You know, he got very personal with his own life story and things that was going on with him against Saga on the roof. Like, he was kind of like, I don't get what did we learn about Surf that was eye-opening? What did we learn about you? Like, he ended with the whole, I've been back against the wall my whole life. My back up against the wall my whole life. I am, like, Hispanic. I don't know. It was just, the bar, I was just like, it was just, didn't really say too much, man. Or maybe, like, and this is the thing, the people who, and this is the thing, right? And I love this. So y'all do this in the chat. I mean, in the chat. I'm in the comments. Excuse me. This is not on caffeine. Do this in the comments. If you gave Cortez the third round, go back and watch the battle and just give me the lines that you scored, because you have to score something, right, in order to give somebody the nod. And I don't expect you to notice off the top of your head. So go back every time you hear a line, give it a point. Let me know how many points you're giving that, so I can tally these up with what Surf was doing in the third, and see how are y'all grading this. Because I don't think y'all will find much there that was, because if y'all do, if y'all reach, I'm gonna know it. Like, really, you like that was the line that you gave points to? It's a difference. Surf wasn't spectacular in the third either. Just thought he's clearly better than Cortez. Thought he's better. They both were light that third round. I thought Tez's best round was his second. Surf's best round was his first. He jerseyed the second. It's almost like Cortez in jersey the third, but he might as well had us. Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't really hitting for me. And yeah, that's how that battle went. Kind of came and went. It's not nothing I'm gonna look back to. I don't think it has any high replay value. It's not replay value city. That doesn't make the list. But it happened, and there's go another quote unquote grudge match that didn't live up to the billing. As I tell y'all all the time, like, y'all swear all these battles gotta have storylines, and it rarely works. I can give you a few that was Bill Collector and Hitman, it did what it had to do. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I don't know. Like, it's not many. It's not really many that live up to that. So I'm not here for storylines. I'm here for battles that make sense and got two people in their prime ready to just really get busy out there. And if it ain't that, then I ain't checking for it. You know what I mean? So that's that. We're gonna move on. Really wasn't too much to reveal there. And we're gonna get right into this important interview with the one and only Real Sikh. And we're back as promised. This guy who I've been like watching for years on out is back. You know what I'm saying? Took a bit of a break, a well-deserved break, I might add. Had one of the best years of anybody. I'm not like really giving no exceptions. Like, you put his resume and what he did last year in the ranks with the greats of that, of that run. And he's back since what the band battle was a one rounder. Now he's back in this tournament, and man, it's a lot of pressure, man. The stakes are high, but if there's one person that can get it done, that's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be focused, is this gentleman right here. You see him on the cover. He is the one, the only Real Sikh. Jersey in the building. You already know what it is. What's good, brother?
What's good, bro? Salute. I really appreciate you putting me on the cover. I was telling you off camera that it's super dope that you're doing something like this. Any kind of, innovative things in battle rap, keep it pushing. So
Yeah.
anytime I see something like that, you know what I mean, I support it 100%.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Guys like you and Loso and guys I respect of integrity and high quality, I think y'all more than deserve this and all the other accolades you guys are getting. And yeah, it's good to chop it back up with you. The fans been asking for you. People have been bringing you up, even when you've been gone. I know you probably been seeing. I know you've been trying to stay away from the socials, but I know every now
Yeah,
and then when you pop in, you see your name getting mentioned. And how does it feel to be back and to start getting back active? Like, is your mind in battle rap mode right now? Because when you take a long hiatus like that, you kind of get a
yeah,
little comfortable.
yeah. So for me, it's just a switch. You know what I mean? Yeah, I took a break. Like the JC battle was, it was 5 days prep. It was something fun. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like a serious thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? The last time like I was like feeling pressure from a battle was when I was battling DNA, which
Yeah.
was in December. So I haven't battled basically since December, you know what I mean, in my head.
Yeah.
Because like the band battle, everybody was kind of just that's kind of like what the mood of the shit was. It's just all right, everybody show up with a round, anybody battle anybody, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? It was something fun. It's a quick check. But since the beginning of the year, I've been in the studio every single week. So I have a lot of I got presented with a couple dope music opportunities. So I was focusing on that and making sure I had enough songs and my song making ability went up. You know what I mean? I got some heaters, bro. Like
Word. Oh, we got
amazing.
got to
So,
hit them joints.
then I got the offer. I was turning down battles this whole time. And I thought, maybe I should take a break because I was battling a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, people were always talking about, how Serve did 3 in 3 months, or this guy did this many in this many months. I did from March. I battled twice in March last year. Mike P main event in the 2-on-2, and then when I got to Danny in June, I didn't stop. You know what I mean? June, July, August, October, December, like it was mad back to back. So
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I think a break not only for myself in the sense of all right, I feel like I put in enough work now. I could focus on something else, recharge, but also because you know I was getting to the point of discovering like I'm at the point to where if you see me too much, like any other battle rapper that you see around a lot, it could lead to oversaturation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, nobody on the league raps like me. You know what I mean? So if I sit back, let's see if that energy is something that could be missed. You know what I mean? And then I'm seeing that it is. You know what I mean?
Definitely is.
People are showing up. A lot of people are rapping the same. A lot of people are, not showing up at 100. Like, like I was like, I gotta come back and, I think it'll be refreshing to hear me rap on that stage again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely. That's the biggest word right there, refreshing. I think shout out to a supporter in the chat. What's his name? What's up, Cuz? Who always just has a little gem. And I say I'm gonna run with this. He said, no, we definitely need Sick back. He said guys like you and B Dot because we was watching battles on caffeine. And he was like, a lot of these guys, and I'm gonna use this from now on. A lot of these guys haymaker chase, like, and I was
Mhm.
like, I see what you mean, even without him explaining it. And you guys very much like yourself, the Kid Chaos, shout out to Kid Chaos, the B Dots. It's much more of like there's the game plan, there's substance throughout before you even get to the punch or whatever your crescendo is, and there's just like an overall experience. So I get what he means now because I was lost. I'm like, what is he talking about? But I was like listening to battles, and there's definitely a difference between what you guys do and kind of what we've been
Yeah,
hearing going on lately.
because because when you're haymaker chasing, that's exactly what it is. Shout out to what was his name?
Cuz,
Cuz. Shout out to Cuz. That's
yeah,
a good observation. Yeah, people that haymaker chase, it's like remember when T Top battled Av and he was like that what do he say? That's the problem with this punchline shit. Cause then your whole round whack if one line miss. That's what it is. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like if every bar you trying to deliver it at a 10, your round is gonna get one, it's repetitive unless it's a 10 every single time.
Which
Like
is
one of
just
the
rare.
yeah, but that's why somebody like Nitty or Twerk when he's on is such a rare thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because when they're on and every single one is a 10, like that doesn't happen with everybody. So since they've probably been some of the most influential battle rappers in the last couple of years,
for sure.
everybody tries to rap like that, but you're not them. You know what I mean? You can't try to make every single bar a 10. I don't care if you're on stage. You can't. It's impossible
Yeah,
because then when you say you delivering every bar like that, you know what I mean? And then one, it doesn't sound natural because who the fuck raps like da 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 every 2 to 4 bars? Nobody like that's not natural. That's not
yeah.
how you like rap. Rap should be conversational a little bit. It shouldn't only be, you know what I mean, like just trying to do that. And then on top of that, it looks real bad when you deliver a line like it's supposed to be that, and then
It's
it's not.
deadpan. Oh, that's the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah. So that's the thing. You gotta just rap, man. You gotta
Mm,
just rap. There's a power in rapping. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
that haymaker shit, it works for a round, but there's two more of them. You know what I mean? So like, it's people keep forgetting about the marathon shit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an art to it. There's an art to it, and only a few of them get it. And
yeah.
for those who don't know what we talk about with him being back, yes, sir. There it is. We got, there you go. Ultimate Madness 5, the tournament. He's back. He'll be battling Stumbles. He'll be battling Stumbles. And it's been a lot said about this matchup. I see polls are out and things like that where like you are the heavy favorite, and you know with the money on the line, there's pressure for everyone. So I get that. But my question to you is how much pressure? Because we always talk about people being the underdogs. We always kind of look on their side of things. But what about
Uh,
being the overwhelming favor? Is there pressure in that too for you? Where like not they don't just expect you to win, like they expect you to dominate. Like how is that
yeah.
feeling for you?
The pressure to me comes from not the opponent. It comes from the people's expectations, right? Because what you doing when you got me at 98% and you got him at 2%, his expectations is on the ground and my expectations is up here, right?
Yeah.
So if he goes for him, like what you got to look at is the margin of exceeding expectations, right? His
Mm-hmm.
margin starts at 0. So
Yeah.
if he does something, he's exceeding his expectations.
Yeah.
Whereas my expectations is up there to where even if I'm fire, but it's not up here, it could be all right. He just matched his expectations. You see what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
to some people, it's like that. At the end of the day, the judges just matter. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that matters. And man, I didn't battle all these people to let Stumbles beat me. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of people are actually underestimating Stumbles. Shout out to Stumbles. I think he, especially on the stage, I don't know if he's ever battled on the stage before. I haven't seen him battle on the stage, but
Yeah.
on the stage, his character and his personality works. You know what I mean? Like I think he's fire. And I think that he's gonna show out. I think he's gonna do good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people aren't expecting him to be good, which is why he's gonna exceed expectations. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
but good isn't like I don't I'll just leave it at this. You could make a top 5 with the people on my resume. Like somebody's top 5 has Chilla Jones, Pat Stay, Arsenal, DNA, JC, Av, B Magic. Like people can make a top 5 out of my resume. And I
Yeah.
didn't bet guys and not learn anything. You know what I mean? And I think the shit that I learned, the shit I learned isn't so easily displayed when you battling people that are that experienced. You see what I'm saying? But then when you see me battle somebody that's less experienced, you're gonna see the levels. So I think Stumbles is gonna do good. Shout out to Stumbles. I think he's gonna leave an impression. But obviously I'm not going in there to let him win. There's a lot of money on the line. So
Yeah, like game we call it. Yeah, that's pretty much it's game changer money for sure. Like I think
mhm.
people don't realize like the effects like that it has on you and people around you, and the way you can be able to move and
Mhm.
just overall just become a different level of leverage as well for
Yeah.
future endeavors, and I think that's important. And yeah, so for those who don't know, again, it's May 21st and 22nd. It's Ultimate Madness 5. They haven't announced the judges yet. I'm seeing people decline to being the judge, and like some people are backing out, backing away from it. Um, with you, do you think, and I think I kind of talked to you about this earlier, like before we even got on here, like when we just was chopping it up about
Mhm.
who the judges are. Does that kind of make you make any last minute adjustments or tweaks to anything you were second guessing it? Also, with the fact that it's now on a stage as opposed to just being in the studio, like any of those things factor into how you write?
Um, I want the judges to be informed. You know what I mean? I don't want the kind of judges that are gonna be swayed with like excuse me. The worst kind of person when you go to a battle rap event is the one that doesn't understand the bar, but since everybody's reacted, they react.
Pretends. Yeah.
Bruh, that's the worst kind of person. Like that person needs to stop being in battle rap. Like that's why the pandemic was so fire because you got to think for yourself. You know what I mean? And anytime you watch, it's like some of those fans got that switch that if there's like a silent room battle, they're deciding for themselves what they think is dope. And some of these people that are judging what's dope and what's not don't got a good dope meter. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talk to them
I'm
and you're like,
using that.
yeah, what do you think is dope? And then they say like a bar, you're like, that was dope to you? You know what I'm saying? What music do you listen to? That's dope to you? You know what I mean? Like some of the people's dope meter isn't where it's supposed to be, but they're vocal. You know what I mean? So it makes it seem like they got a voice in this shit or whatever. So I just hope the judges is fair. I hope that they're informed in battle rap to where they could make their own decision. Like if you don't like something, you don't like something. And if you don't give points to something, you don't. But just be informed. Just like have a reasoning for it. Like a lot of the problems with the judges in the past, their reasonings don't make sense. Like if somebody's talking about body language in a battle, like what the hell does that have to do with the bars? You
I
know what I
don't
mean?
know.
Or the performance or the delivery, like the body language while the other person's rapping. I'd get if you was talking about the body language while they're rapping. You know what I mean? But like if the other person, oh, he seemed affected by the material, that don't got nothing to do with. And shout out to my boy Polo. I think it was Polo that said it, right?
Okay.
I think he was trying to say it in a different way. I'm just giving an example. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But but yeah, like you should give a like focus on the battle and things that affect the battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just be informed. You know what I mean? That's all I care about. Like you should be watching battle rap long enough to where if you hear somebody break down here and here, you know that's been done before. You know what I mean? Like like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah. If you giving
not new.
points to a defeat bar, we got a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like somebody says a defeat bar and then the judge quotes it. That's how you know that judge got to get out of
Yeah. Yeah,
it.
no, dope meter. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm still in that.
Yeah,
That's a part of my shit now. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's fire. Yeah, no, and I was wondering because a lot of people, especially like most of the battle rappers, I want to say most or some. I don't like to
Mhm.
generalize and say all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm gonna say some. I wish you. Side note, this is not nothing to do with you. See how I just did that and broke that? Can you, some of you bad rappers, stop generalizing media when one media person does something crazy or it goes? Stop saying all media is this. Like y'all insulting me right now. But anyway,
Did something happen with media that I missed or something?
yeah. Every day there's something with
Oh, gosh.
we talk. But yeah, just a sidebar. But some battle rappers want it to be just all battle rappers as judges. Some
Mm-hmm.
people think there should be a mix. Some people aren't pleased with the celebrities. I think we was a freeway. Talking about it was a tie when he was judging things like that. Like,
Yeah.
how do you feel? Should it be just? Would you feel more comfortable if it's all MCs as opposed to any other like person doing it?
It depends. It depends on the MCs because at the end of the day, like battle rap is such a close knit community that you could draw a connection through anybody. You know what I mean? Like I
It's
think
true.
Iron Solomon is the only one that I could think of that doesn't have any affiliation.
And
You
he
know what I
was
mean? Like,
fired. And
yeah,
he left really early too.
yeah, like everybody else, you could, especially with the people in the tournament, like you could draw some kind of connection of whether they might be favorable towards him or they might hate him. You know what I mean? So I think having a battle rapper, maybe even two, like if there's five judges, like over under two, like it should be two, maybe. Let's say two battle rappers, two media, and then I guess you could have a celebrity, right?
Hmm.
But like an informed celebrity, like that's
Yes.
tension. Like the funniest shit to me was when Method Man was judging some, I forget which battle he was, but he was at a video shoot or something, or he was shooting power or something.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, my Wi-Fi was fucking up. I only saw the second round. I give it to this person," and I was like, "What? Like, how you gonna do that?"
That's
You know?
bonkers, bro. Like I know people like it's Method Man, but I was not okay with that, bro. Like there's money on the line. Like there's really like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, no, I didn't
yeah,
like that at all. I didn't like Freeway Sam was a tie. Like I don't like none of this shit, man. Excuse
yeah.
me,
But
but I'm being
I
real with you
think,
right now.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I think battle rappers do have a good judge though of like because they notice the little nuances and shit like that in the battle and who's
Yeah.
really controlling the crowd and all of that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just care about the integrity of the person, whether they're media, battle rappers, whatever. If they keep it 100, if they got a good record of keeping it 100, if they're informed, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
No, I feel that, and I hopefully I don't know who the judges are, but they'll announce those about time this is out, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what it do, man. But after this, man, like I feel like this tournament is going to last a while. There's a good shot you're going to be in it for the long haul. How does that coincide with like booking yourself beyond just a tournament? Like, is that because some people go into this different? I'll talk to like real name Brandons who've been in the tournament. All these, some people are still like, I'll do a run round here and there in between while I'm doing this. Not you. I don't get the sense. You seem like a laser focused guy. Are you just
Yeah,
you all in on the tournament and nothing else matters right now?
yeah, as it should be. You know what I mean? I don't know why you would take a one rounder in the middle of this shit. Like you're 5 days, so like a regular battle rapper, it probably takes them about a week to memorize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not even say that. Let's say let's just use me. It'll take me a day to memorize a round. You know what I mean? Like not even. I say it a couple times. You know, I'm blessed with real good memory. So like, I have it. So let's say like for Av, I finished my shit on Thursday. We battled on Saturday, right? So if it takes me 2 days to memorize, I'm not trying to for a tournament finish the Thursday before the battle because now it's not a like that shit is something I discovered early, but it was working during the pandemic era because it wasn't big crowds. Now when the crowds are coming back, you want to finish at least a week early, somewhere there. You know what I mean? Something that's longer than your normal time of memorization, so you
Right.
could be comfortable in it. Because the other intangibles are gonna matter, right?
Yep.
So if you gotta finish the week before for most battle rappers, but you gotta battle that week, like you're gonna slack on one of them. It doesn't matter if like why are you making your stress spike like that? You know what I mean? Like like I don't understand how like
Well, you do. It's the bag. You know, if the bag good enough, you get
the
people.
bag is not the risk reward is not, you're not making 100K with these one rounders. Like that would be different, or a 3 rounder in between. If like if you was getting 20-30K per battle and you're taking that in between, all right, that makes a little more sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a couple grand, like why dog? Like what? Focus on this. Like there's no way, because at the end of the day, if you're capable of putting that much material out, except you put that much material into the tournament, that's
Yeah.
where it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like, and some people feel like they could only, put out that much material if they're forced with like another battle. That means they're not pushing themselves hard enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, in these 2 weeks, you really only have a week to write. Like, you got to start writing right when you get off stage, and then by the Saturday after, you got to have your 3 rounds. You know what I mean? So like, if you want to be comfortable on that stage and shit like that. So
Yeah. No.
for me, as long as I got my shit down, the week of, I'll be straight.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Sometimes I'll be in a groove of talking and I'll be like this close to revealing something. Yeah.
Hey, no, we when we kick it like that, it kind of happens. Like you'll be like, "Yo, we can good, we good." We just run it. Like I remember last time I was with you, we talked for like an hour and 49 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is. But I feel you though, because like you said, man, like this should be the main goal, because a lot of people haven't seen this type of money in like one lump sum in their career. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them been battling way for a long ass time. Um, the brackets haven't been out at the time of this recording. Um, and when they come out, that's when really people really get to see how this could lay out and things like that. And it doesn't really matter in the sense of, because you're gonna have to go against some of the greats, right, to get to that bag. But strategically speaking, would you rather, let's say, get some of them out the way early, or you would, what would better work for you? Let's say Geechee and JC is on the whole complete side of the other bracket, and you can only go against one of them if it's in the finals. So that means they had to knock each other off. So you know what I'm saying, before you get there. How would that work
If
play out for you?
if if I'm money hungry, I want all the top contenders to be on the other side.
Talk.
And let me just battle everybody else, right?
Yeah.
But my main thing with battle rap, bro, like, I'm just trying to leave a mark in battle rap. I'm one of the people that, I'm blessed enough to be like making a lot of money from this. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't worked since before I was on URL. So like, and last year was a very lucrative year. You know what I mean? So that gave me the luxury to sit out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and use a battle rap to make revenue in other ways and shit like that. So 100K, as great as it is in one sitting, like, it's not something that's out of reach in my head, right? Like, I don't look at it as, oh, I'm never gonna get that money. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like I'm just starting. So like, the more I learn shit, the more like that money is in reach for somebody if you're disciplined enough and if you got a vision on something. So like, yeah, I'm trying to get that money. You know what I mean? But my main thing is to give fans like a certain energy and a certain like form of entertainment that that they could rewatch, that they could enjoy, like all of that. So every time I'm on that stage, that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, the brackets, you know, they don't matter as much as the performance that I'm giving. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's the main thing that I had to that I'm focusing on. You know what I mean? Because
So,
like I'm one of the people that could, you know, if I run into somebody, have a great battle and lose, I could still get on Gnome. I was on Gnome last year. I had Body of the Night on Gnome last year. I could get on Gnome anytime I want. Like I like I'm one of them guys. You know what I mean? And this is actually another reason I needed to take a break because, you know, as humble as I try to be, you know what I mean, and as much gratitude as I show to all the love that I get, you know, I gotta pop my collar a little bit with some of these achievements that I made. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
talk to these
And,
motherfuckers. That's what I'm sorry. Yeah, talk to them. Let them know.
and I gotta, you know, it's like you said, Pete, like my run last year, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's like an incredible rookie year. Like who the fuck is battling Chilla Jones, B Magic, then main eventing with Mike P, Kings and Queens weekend, dog. There's 4 faces: Tay Rock, Official, Mike P, and me for that whole weekend. Main event. Then Danny Myers, while he's on like a 16-0 round streak.
Yeah.
Was it 16 or 12? It was one of them.
Yeah, it's like
Or
16.
15. Yeah. He was going off. Signed the contract for that. 20 days notice, Arsenal. 20 days notice, Av. Then Pat Stay on a Drake card. Then DNA on a volume. Like that. These are names that are like, how many people are gonna get these names that early in their career? You know
Not
what I mean?
many.
Like so, and I think the separation is how active I was. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, Easy was getting names like that, let's say, for example, right?
Yeah.
But he was active with those names. He battled T-Top, Rex, Chess, and Shine. He had 4. I had 6. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's close. It's up there. Castro had like Arsenal. I can't remember if he had anybody else. I don't know if I'm drawing a blank. Oh, he had Nitty.
Nitty.
You know what I mean? But like, I was outside with these names, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yo, a lot of these dudes wouldn't stand in front of Pat Stay and give him a fight, or stand in front of DNA and make him feel the need to rap 30 minutes against him. You know what I mean? Like,
He definitely rapped Eternity, dog.
I'm gonna say that every single time I talk about
Eternity,
it,
bro.
Shout out to DNA.
Yeah,
But
that's hilarious.
yeah, like, and then another thing I like emphasizing is the mentality you got to have when you're signing that contract. Like people don't talk about that. A lot of people would get the contract for Danny around that time, and they would take it down. A lot of people wouldn't want to be part of his round streak. You know what I mean? I wasn't good trying to let that happen. You know what I mean? A lot of people are signing to battle Arsenal or Av, especially Av. People duck Av.
Yes.
Yo, people were ducking Av, and I think me and Av was Av's best battle last year. You know what I mean? It might have been my best battle last year too. Like it was.
I would say so.
It
was dope.
The fucking battle. You know what I mean? So like, actually, the 2-on-2 was probably Av's best. But I mean, like 1-on-1 shit.
Here's one of them. Yeah. For sure.
So like, I'm showing up with these legends that have experience. I'm showing up with people that get ducked. I'm showing up with like Mount Rushmore candidates, and it's a fight. It's that's what classic a casket means. It's either a great battle or it's a clear win for me. You know what I mean? So, and I think the clear wins were more so happening before people realized they had to try with me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like now, it's an honor to me every time I'm standing in front of a legend like Pat Stay or DNA or JC.
Yeah.
And trying. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're tightening. Like, they're tightening shoes up a little tighter now.
Yeah, and that's respect. Right?
Yeah,
you know?
And then you got legends even outside of just battle rap. Whether it's Crooked Eye, like you say your favorite Joe Budden. Every time I'm a big listener to his podcast, and he you hear him talk battle rap, but specifically point you out. And I know there's Jersey ties there, but he knows battle rap. You know, for him to always show you love is kind of crazy too to hear.
And that's the thing. Yeah, this Jersey, like we're both from Jersey, but I never met Joe.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know Joe.
And when he showed you love, he didn't even know you was from Jersey. Like I remember the first time.
Yeah. Because Joe respect the type of shit that Joe pays attention to. And that's the thing, like whenever I get criticized for like rapidy rap shit or something, yo, if you show my shit to these rappers you look up to, they're gonna think I'm like, yo, that's the claw. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the shit they're trying to do. All the rappers you look up to, don't look at that haymaker chasing shit as rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, man, if you sit Jay-Z down to watch the roster, he's not gonna look at the people that are haymaker chasing as rapping. He's gonna look at the B dots, me, Lux, you know what I mean? Like people like that, he's gonna be like, yo, they're rapping. Like that's the shit that they're gonna like. That's the shit that reaches across all platforms. Like the haymaker chasers are gonna stay in battle rap, and they're gonna be good in battle rap, and they're gonna perfect their craft.
For sure.
The people that reach outside of it are the ones that rap. You know what I mean?
It's always
He
different.
does the haymaker chase. He sits there and he talks to you. He raps. He raps. You know what I mean? Like me, like I said, me, B dot. Like there's different forms of it too. Like T top. Like people that don't haymaker chase always reach all platforms. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, and their style can carry anywhere, and even outside of just battle rap, which is highly important. With Jersey being on there, or is yo? Because I know with Dre Dennis, he was like, "Oh, who should I go against?" And I was like, "Yo, you know what's funny? You haven't won against O Red yet." And he did a little thinking emoji, and then I see him on the card battling O Red, so I'm like, "Oh, look, he took my advice." But he said, "Yeah, he wants to battle, get the Jersey guys out of the way." He named you too. Are at some point are you gonna go through that gauntlet where you try to take out all of the Jersey cats? I know you might not be like that in the immediate future, but is that something on the list later on?
no, I never had the thought of trying to take out the Jersey Cats. You know what I mean? Because I was just showing gratitude to, you know, one of my main things, bro, when I came in, I don't think people remember, Jersey was down bad when I started my run. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
Jersey,
know.
people were saying, like, the only time you heard Jersey was Jersey. So now, if you ever hear people put respect on Jersey, I'm one of the people that made that point to have a crazy round and then say Jersey. Like put that shit back into it. Because I'm still to this day, I'm sick and tired, right? I'm real sick and tired of people saying Jersey as a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he jerseyed out of the round. I fucking
That's
hate
crazy. That is crazy.
Influential ass. He made everybody start saying Sue Surf makes people like Sue Surf got the most like phrases into battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's the one that I kind of hate, man. Like, yo, like so I was making sure to represent Jersey and put on for Jersey, which is why somebody like Joe related when he saw me versus Arsenal. And he's like, yo, I don't care if we had 20 days. I'm putting on for Jersey. Jersey been going down and doing bad and shit like that. And then, you know, after a while of that, Tay-Rock battles Twerk battles Loso, and Tay-Rock has incredible showings. Surf goes on his run. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's connected, but I think I sparked something. All right? I think I sparked something in Jersey.
Sure.
And the ill shit is every time I go out and I get stopped, one of the main things that people say is like, yo, thank you for putting on for Jersey. You know what I mean? So I never had in my mind to battle everybody from Jersey. And I thought, yo, I battle Ars. Like, that's like he's the king of Jersey. So like that should like eliminate everybody else. But I know that's not how battle rap works. People want to see me battle. Yeah. People want to see me battle other people from Jersey. So I don't know, man. We'll see if it lines up and if it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of Jersey in this tournament. Is that the heaviest presence in this tournament? I'm trying to think. Look, you got me, Twerk, O-Red, Suge. Am I missing anybody?
No, that's because there's no Holmesy. I would have liked to see Holmesy be on here. But yeah, no, y'all are the heaviest representatives. Yeah, no, for sure.
Jersey's all over this tournament, bro. Yeah. So
it's y'all across that bridge when y'all get to it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if people realize when I'm on these stages, like for anybody that thinks I don't know what to do on that stage, look at my first rounds every time there's a crowd.
Talk about it.
Look at my AV battle, my Pat Stay battle, and my DNA battle. My first rounds always go over amazing. And then the second and the thirds are the ones where the reactions are a little more scattered. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the reasoning for that, I'm trying different shit up there. But I know every single time that first round is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know what's good up there. It's just I like talking about shit or bringing something up or working the angle. And I'm doing that to perfect it on that stage. Because that shit that's good on the stage, like in my first round, like I got that. I know that works on the stage. Now I'm trying to see, all right, when I angle, how to make that work on the stage. When I'm joking, how to make that work on the stage. Like I know what to do up there.
So
Basically.
essentially, you're not saying like you're mailing it in. You would call it more like experimenting. Like,
It's
I'm,
experimenting,
yeah.
but it's learning. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
yeah.
I'm also like, I'm going up there and I'm seeing what people respond to and what they don't, how I'm saying it. If I said it different, what would have happened? You know what I mean? Shit like that. So
Do you go over the game tapes a lot of your own shit like that?
yeah,
Just when you watch it, because some people would be like, I don't like watching my battles like that, like crazy. But you do.
yeah, all the time, all the time.
What was the biggest critique you've had of yourself, like that you?
Pacing, like the way I get through my rounds, how I pace them. Like, I used to be so reliant on like I used to, if I said something that I thought was fire but nobody caught it, in my head I would look at that as a negative thing. When in all reality, I'm the kind of rapper, and I had to hear an outside perspective on this. I'm the kind of rapper where people aren't looking for like I'm not haymaker chasing, you know what I mean? So like people are listening. So if I say something and somebody doesn't react, that doesn't mean they stop listening. You know what I mean? But in my head, while I'm up there, there's just so many thoughts going through your head. It could like affect the way that you rap if that's what you're thinking sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So to just be in my material and just say it, like every time I get a reaction, I'm comfortable. But then one of the negative things that I noticed was if I said something that I thought was fire and it looked like people didn't get it, in my head for some reason I'd be like, oh shit, they're not fucking with me. That's not the case. You know what I mean?
No. And I've heard like what I would notice how people react to when a line is either missed or maybe just gets like a casual like I see you'll be like, what? That's crazy. Like I see you do that. I'm like, oh man, don't second guess what you're saying up there, because like it is fire, but like sometimes
And
it
yeah,
just
and when I'm
happens.
talking about it, I don't mean throughout the rest of the battle. I just mean it'll be something that'll cross my mind and then I'll like snap out of it. But like sometimes if that's the thought that I'm momentarily having, it'll affect the way that I pace my shit and I'll just start rapping a little too fast and shit like that. But like, yeah, no, I say shit like that with, so like when I battled DNA and I said, it's like, see, I was talking about like us knowing there was something different with him since the beginning of his career. And I said, it's like seeing players who touch the rim versus the ones being able to dunk. We could spot the difference in DNA from the jump, right? That's a crazy bar because it's about, you know what I mean? Like how high you jump is meant on your DNA and the rim and dunking. And I thought that was crazy. But then and every time I rapped it on the phone to somebody, they went crazy. That's another thing that be fucking me up. If every time on the phone, you rapping to other rappers, so they get it, you know what I mean? So then they'll go crazy, and then you get on stage and say it, and then you got to remember you're not rapping to other rappers, right? Like that's another mistake.
Oh yeah,
like,
I didn't even thought about that.
Yeah. So like, I thought that bar was crazy, or like the something about filling up, like he never nobody's buying tickets to get to you up close. That's the truth. I mean the truth. The only thing that his mug shows is it's hard for him to fill up a front row. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's hard for him to fill up a front. I thought that was crazy, and then only half the crowd got it. You know what I mean? But like in those moments, you got to realize people aren't not listening to you. You know what I mean? And then that's why when I came back in my third was so back to back because I snapped out of it and I was like, yo, they're fucking with me. They're sitting here through these long ass rounds, you know what I mean, waiting for me to rap. So I was like, the like I said, these aren't lingering feelings. It might just happen after a line, but then in my head, like the way the shit that's going on in my head while I'm battling is
Mm.
so like fast. It's like I'm trying to think if there's like a comparison to it. It's like if you ever seen like a fucking a UFO move. You know how it's like going
Oh
all over.
yeah.
That's like what's going on in your head with like everything. You know what I mean? And then the best times and what happens most of the times is I'm just blacked out. And that's when I'm going crazy. You know what I mean? So
You
there
ever
there have
you ever
things that,
counter wrote like to
yeah,
and like when you counter wrote though, it was misplaced. And what I mean is, I guess how can I explain this? I'm getting nerdy right now. I'm sorry. Like this, I'm just
no,
like,
yeah,
yeah, we here. So like, cause I always be thinking of this. Like, let's say you got an angle to respond to something that you know this person's going to talk about, and they talk about it instead of you. You probably had it for your third, but they're kind of on this topic really heavy in the first round. You ever be like, yo, if I place this shit right now at the
that's
bottom of the
why
first?
I don't write rounds, I write sections. I've said
Okay.
this all the time. I don't I'll have a game plan, but my material is written to be played like chess. You know what I mean? The game. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's meant to be like, all right, I got this for this, this for this, this for this. This is my game plan. But if he talks about this, I could just switch this section. You know what I mean? If he talks about this, I could just switch the section. And then when I get to the section I switched, I know what to do. Like I said, I'm blessed with that memory. You know what I mean? So it's meant to be like that. And it's perfectly on display versus Pat Stay. His whole first round, he's talking about um, the vets and how these new guys are doing this and new, you know what I mean? And I come out with the you fucked up Vershawn, you don't show up. That's why we don't fuck with the vets. Like
Yeah.
you went from being a cheat code to matching buttons, and Mook went from saying easy to
Easy
ducking. You know
ducking.
what I mean? Like I directly
Fire.
responded to what he said. Then in the second round, he starts talking about race. I had something in my third that was going to talk about that, about him, you know, using the white boy angle too much, and then it ended with it's the Special Olympics. He trying to think his race is a handicap, but he looked retarded running with it, right? Like uh, that was there in the third, but he said it in the second, so I switched it around. But then I've also experienced in that same battle where you counter right for something and it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
The shit I started my third with, the workout aim. Cause I thought he was gonna bring it up because every time we're on the phone, he jokes about that. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
or like every time, cause like he's cool with one of my boys, right? So
Mm.
like if I call him and then Pat's on the phone, then he's like, you know, he'll say something like that, or he'll tweet something about me working out or something like that, right? So I thought
Think that was a setup on his end though, because a vet move
it
on
could
his
have
end.
been. It could have been. But what I'm saying is like that's when it didn't work. So you see it work 2 rounds and then 1 round it didn't work.
Mm.
And then I like jumped out of it. You know what I mean? But like
That's crazy.
um
That
but yeah.
happens. Cause I seen Mook got, I don't know if you remember, but Mook fell for that trap too against Verb. The whole press conference was, you can't out rap me, and I felt like Mook came there to show he can out rap because he was doing schemes and entendres that's not in his bag. You know, he's more
Yeah.
descriptive and angle based. I'm like, oh, he fell for it, and it was
Yeah.
Verb actually the one angling and more. Center. I was
Uh-huh.
like, Verb set him up. So I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that. Like the vets, you does that a lot. They use Twitter and socials to make you
Yeah.
think they're doing one thing and another. So I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, that's why I said there's little things like that that you learn in every battle. And you know, yeah, I think yeah, yeah. I'll just
And
keep
now you got stumbles. Now you and now you got stumbles. So like we're gonna see some. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm gonna see some vet moves against you, with you in that battle for some reason. Like I don't know what you're gonna do. Like I'm expecting your first to be crazy, and like but I'm actually like really gonna pay attention to your third, especially in a winner takes all type of like ordeal. Like it's win or go home, pretty much. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. Like, and now that it's gonna be in the crowd, that's so different, man. I kind of wish it was in a smaller room, like still. But
we'll see how that works with tournaments. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm always the guinea pig. Like 2 years, literally May will make it. May makes it 2 years that I've been on URL, and I battled Jada Nightwing in May 2020 in Ultimate Madness 1. We were guinea pigs then. No crowds, live stream, you know what I mean? Like
the
the first
best.
tournament. Yeah, yeah. So like we were guinea pigs then, and then now this is with a crowd, guinea pigs again. Let's
You
see how it
expect? Are you kind of expecting to go? Y'all going first, maybe, possibly?
Sure, yeah. I'd love to kick the night off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best because then you get your shit out the way, then you get to chill, watch the rest of the battles. That's why like the Drake card was so fun. Because me and Pat kicked the night off and then we got to chill for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Like we're watching the battles as fans now. We're getting to, you know what I mean? Shout out to Drake. He was very hospitable. We're sitting in his section, you know what I mean? Getting drinks and chilling and watching the battles from that perspective and like, you know, like meeting Remy, you know what I mean? Like I got to meet Crooked Eye, he was there. That's one of my favorite rappers. You know, the love from the fans was incredible. Like, bruh, like that was amazing. So like yeah, going first, I'd love to, bro. I want the crowd to be packed, but you know, like let's say there's 500 people, I'd want at least 400 in there when I
Oh,
start.
it will be.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
it'll be
So
jumping from. It's gonna be jumping from the gate because especially
yeah,
when you got the pre-show going on, people will be like, killing time getting into the building while the pre-show is going. So by the time you guys go, I'm pretty sure it'll be full, man. Speaking of that, Jay, that I wish that's the kind of setting I wish. Like I wish they never lost that. Like from the I did that shit made that tournament felt so intense. Like they show y'all build up. That shit was so perfect. I don't know why they deviated from that. They show y'all build up the back and forth, the face off. Then that shit cuts on, and it's just y'all two walking up towards each other with y'all mask on, and it's like pitch black behind you guys, and there's no smack in the middle. I don't see an entourage, and like you can barely hear reactions from the back. That shit was that shit was fire. That made me. I was like, oh, we doing this type of tournament. Like that shit was great. I miss that. I really do. But
that was fire. But we'll see what happens with this crowd.
yes, sir. Hey, I'm gonna wrap things up here. You a busy man. I want you to lock in. You know, I'm wishing you the best. I don't mean I'm gonna pick you when I do predictions. I'm gonna let you know this now. That don't mean I'm gonna pick you. I'm wishing you the best. But I don't know. I got.
Who is that caller?
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna bring that up, dog. So that was Poncho, man. My man Poncho.
Oh, word. Shout out to Poncho, bro.
Dog, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Poncho, he I told him you watch everything, but now you know, Poncho, I told you he told me he watches shit. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't get offended at opinions or nothing. You know what I mean? I know there's most battle rappers that would hear somebody have a different opinion and get all mad. You know what I mean? I was laughing, you know what I mean? Especially at your reaction. And then
Diva, the chick they called after him.
Oh yeah. But what's my guy? How am I slipping on his fucking name? The dude with the hair.
Oh, Nico at the end?
Nico, my boy Nico. My bad, bro.
Yeah,
like at the end, I don't know if that was part of the same conversation.
It wasn't.
Yeah. I was dying.
Because I told him if we were battle rappers, like I'm more of a big stage guy. You like a app guy. Like you're more like a guy who like got all this performance, but when you get on the app, like you're losing the votes. You're more like a Stumbles, and then that's what set him off. So, you know,
God, that's hilarious.
Shout out to Stumbles and Nico. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And Poncho. Shout out to
and Poncho, dog. You wildin'. I should have took. I think I might take that bet though. Like I'm not a gambler, but I don't think nobody took it. Poncho, $20. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. All right. My guy, real sick, man. I appreciate you. Merch. Your merch still out?
Yeah, well, I'm actually dropping new shit real soon. I've been saying that, but we were trying to make sure it was perfect. You know what I mean? When it comes to merch, you gotta like make sure the material is right. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like make sure that like battling. You gotta make sure the material is right. There's a bar there. All right. Anyway, merch, yeah, the material, you gotta make sure it's soft. You gotta make sure like all of that shit. Like, so you gotta design it, then order it, check it out, see how it feels. So it's a process.
Are you scheming? Like right now, you thinking like something? Oh, this is go ahead and write that shit before you lose it.
When I'm in battle mode, bro, everything is a bar.
I saw you. I was like, when you design it, then I'm like, oh, he threads. I'm like, oh, he get the fuck out of here. My dog, bro, real sick, man. It's been a pleasure, dog. I love what you're doing, and much success to you going forward. All right.
Thank you, bro. You too.
All right. To Live and Die in LA happened over the weekend. Shout out to KG, who doesn't get enough credit at all. KG the poet. Been with URL for a minute, putting on for the West, giving battlers a chance to shine. Also a Detroit native, I believe. I believe he said he grew up here in the area. So shout, you know what I'm saying? I know he kind of repping the West now. I don't think he really know. But anyway, shout out to the good brother. Rumney Davey Myers was the main event. A slew of other battles. I wasn't there, but I had someone in the building that supports the show, wanted to give feedback, but did it in her own different way this time. She wasn't the chatty patty. She wasn't giving a recap. She just displayed what was going on. So check this out real quick. In and out. Bong. Go ahead, Marie.
Streets I done did to them. Bitch, I stepped to steps with extra weapons and extra efforts. Niggas talked all this news talk, but didn't tell them I was extra.
I like that.
When you want to pay for your mother's hospital bills, then lost in the first round. You don't even love that bitch. I'm from the slums. The only way I stick around is with a drum. When mom found them pounds, I played dumb. She asked me about my gun. I asked her, what's a gun? I had to re-up. He overperforms, goes with the norm. Tries to give you a hook. I try to deceive and Bible read so I can get what it's put. He's just channeling Mary Magdalene. And that's the oldest trick in the book. I simply
That was nice. That's right. Know them scriptures. I like that.
Simply put, every line is designed so clear to me. LA, y'all want to hear the coldest line ever? Yeah. Came up for more respect. Down came the rain and it washed the spider out and bursting out came the sun. And it dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider came down the spout again.
Hey! Like that!
Make some motherfucking noise. Now, let me get your orders to the stage, please. ASAP, let's get it. You get him smacked when you choose to. That's a fight. Fight back mode. Like that. Trying to make your lifespan short. Black conscience said you might spaz on you. I told bro. Let's see how defensive you are for him after they might dead, Tony. Let's go, nigga! I'm like, get for real. I'll shoot pass it to my nigga. If there's an inheritance, we gon' split the meal. I can hit him with the deuce. I know it ain't a new tool, but I'm the truth with this aim. And I put it on grip like you do.
Okay, man.
All right, and that's it. Want to say thank you for tuning in. Salute and appreciate the one and only Real Sick for joining the show and being the cover guy for this week. Want to thank Marie with her quick boom, 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 boom snapshot of what happened on To Live and Die in LA. Follow her on the socials. And yeah, man, that's it, man. I'm out. I got things to edit. I got things to do. People to see and all that. Got an event coming up in the state of Michigan this weekend, this Saturday. All right. Pull up Sterling Heights, Rock Solid Granite for Annie Up 3. Holla at your boy. Ticket information, all that. You see my socials. I'm very active on the socials. So holla at me there. As always, keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We're out.